We just closed on this one today, actually. If you're looking to buy a home in Druid Hills and you have about a $500,000 to a $600,000 buying budget, and what you should expect when looking in this market at that price. Let's check it out. This house has massive curb appeal. I mean, they really did a fantastic job with the landscaping. All right, let's check out the inside. This house has right under 1,700 square feet. It's 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. It's spacious, but I wouldn't exactly say it's good for like a family who has 2 kids. You can buy a home like this in Druid Hills for $550,000 to $600,000. This home sits directly off Briarcliff, so that would be one of the downsides, is that you are on a busier, higher trafficked road. If you were to take this same house, pick it up, and drop it on one of the back streets behind here, it'd probably be closer to like the mid-6s. So you are getting up front a discount because of the fact that you are off the main road. This kitchen was probably last updated late 90s, maybe early 2000s. As you can see, there's not granite. It does view into what would be like the den or the family room. My clients actually spent most of their time in here, you know, hanging out, because it has a view to the backyard, as well as, you know, it's just ample space to hang out and be right next to your kitchen. When you're looking at these homes and you're considering, okay, how do I add square footage without doing a ton of permitting work, is if there is a carport, which is what this was, as you can tell with the ground the way it is, and the driveway that meets the front of the house right here. Enclose a carport, and it's a way less work than actually putting new square footage on top of a lot. This room steps directly into the first bedroom, which they have actually set up as an office. For a young couple looking in this area, you got the 2 bedrooms, you got your guest room and your master, but you also have this space as your office if you work from home. One downside to this one is the fact that it only has 1.5 bathrooms instead of 2 full bathrooms. But I want to show you how that could be rectified. Let me show you. See, this would have been the master here. And the reason I say that is because it has the ensuite bathroom. This wall here connects directly with this large closet. So because we're on a crawl space, it could easily be plumbed where that wall is taken down and the plumbing runs through, and you build in a standing shower here, you know, take a portion of this wall out, and then you actually have a real second master bathroom. Pretty standard sized bedroom for this location, this style of home, a 50s or 60s built ranch home. And I would say anyone looking at homes of this type and this style, all the closets are going to be fairly simple. They're just account for building in some additional storage or buying some shelves or something of that nature that you could install into the wall to create more closet space for yourself. Let's check out the backyard, because really the backyard in this house is, I would say, the main reason why this buyer decided to buy this house. As I was describing earlier, I mean, you really get some privacy out here. I mean, it's almost as if Briarcliff doesn't even exist. You can't even hardly hear it. Most of the homes in this area have about a 0.3 to a 0.5 of an acre. It might sound small, but 0.3 is a decent sized lot, especially in the city. Vegetation here is just next level. As you can see, this is a very mature Japanese maple, which started to have some problems down here at the base, but my client actually had it treated so he could preserve the life of this tree. So being that this home is on a crawl space, furnace is down, which I actually like, especially an older home like a ranch style home like this, as well as a water heater. The heat, when it's pushed out, goes up, which heat naturally rises versus goes down, right? So when the furnace in an older ranch like this is upstairs versus downstairs, I have found that my own personal house is set up that way, and it just doesn't get that warm during the winter, which is a problem. So being that it's down here, heat pushes up and the house stays warm easier and longer. They have this pretty little gazebo built out here that overlooks a little water feature. As you can see, there's a rock spring that runs down once the water's flowing. I've found that, you know, after COVID, outdoor space and personalized exterior space in Georgia has gotten so much more important to people. A couple other fun facts about this property: it sits in Fernbank Elementary School, which is an excellent school district. It is walkable to downtown Virginia Highlands, and it's also walkable to Emory Village, which is also about a mile and a half northeast of here. This mortgage payment, mid 5 to 6, will be somewhere in the tune of $3,500 to $4,000, which means the average household combined would need to make about $150,000 to $200,000 to comfortably have that mortgage and be within a conservative mortgage monthly payment. In summary, this home is probably perfect for either a single person who wants to live in the city and maybe works in Midtown or even Buckhead, or a young couple who is just getting started in Atlanta and they want walkability and they want to be in close proximity of everything that Atlanta has to offer on the east side, which is why it sold in about a 4 to 5 day time frame. In the first week we had it listed to a cash buyer. They loved it and they said, hey, we want this house. We see the vision, we see the backyard, we love everything that it has to offer, and we can modify the interior, make it more of what we want. If you have any comments or questions or anything like that about this home review, please feel free to contact me directly and we can talk about it firsthand.